What's up everyone, and welcome to Redline Rider. This channel's been a long time coming, and honestly it's more than just motorcycles to me. It's a passion that I've carried ever since I was a kid. I still remember the day my high school shop teacher rolled in with his Yamaha R1. I was hooked instantly. My dad was a mechanic for the post office, so I grew up surrounded by tools, engines, the smell of oil, cars, bikes, anything with a motor. I loved it, but back then I knew myself. I was young, reckless, and I didn't trust myself on two wheels yet. I don't think my parents did either, to be honest with you. Fast forward to when I turned about 29, something finally clicked, and I finally felt ready. I was able to trust myself somewhat. That's when I bought my first bike, a 2006 GSX-R 750. She had 22,000 miles and she was beautiful. This was in 2023. While I was traveling for work with Vivint, I moved after I bought the bike to Miami, and I travel and install security systems around the country. I got my license, passed the MSF course, and shortly after moving to Florida, the worst thing happened. One morning I walked outside and my bike was gone. I even asked my brother if he had moved it. Nope, it was stolen. A few months later, on Christmas Day, I get a call from Florida Highway Patrol and they found my GSX-R abandoned. Merry Christmas to me. I fixed her up, and when I moved to Kentucky that summer, I kept wrenching until she was ready to ride again. I stored the thing in my apartment of my work housing, and it's a good thing I didn't get caught because I probably would have gotten evicted and lost my job. Lo and behold, I finally finished it up, took it out for a ride that summer in Kentucky. I brought it over to a shop to have everything looked at, had everything fixed that needed to be fixed, and about $1,500 later, from them fixing everything that I couldn't fix on my own or didn't feel comfortable fixing on my own, because I never really worked on bikes. I pretty much worked on cars, and pretty much I've always looked at it, it's nuts and bolts, right? It's as simple as taking off, putting back on for the most part, but driving a car and driving a bike are two different machines completely. I didn't feel safe. I wanted to make sure I was going to be safe while I was riding, so that's when I went to that shop and made everything get looked over. So the first thing I went out and bought was a full track suit, and I'm glad I was wearing this because I did take a fall. I got a little bit of scuffs up on the shoulder up here, some on the elbow, knee. But I'll be honest with you, I walked away with barely anything when I took a fall. I thought that was mandatory. Spoiler alert, it's not. But it saved my ass, so I'm glad I did have that. Of course, got to get the helmet. Of course, with the helmet comes the car. You need communications. And if not for communications, then you definitely at least need something to listen to some music and really tune in. As you can see here, definitely took a little bit of a fall. And so this helmet's going to have to be replaced. I just haven't found a new helmet that I want to go with yet. I haven't really been doing all too much riding. I live on Long Island, and it's honestly, it's terrible how much you hear about bad shit happening to motorcyclists over here. So I really don't go out as much as I'd like to. But so we got the helmet, tracksuit, and I did buy a set of gloves at first. However, I lost those gloves before I even started riding. Got myself some Joe Rocket gloves. Nothing special, comfortable, breathable, hearing protection. Okay, my hearing was never great. Okay, installing security systems, constantly drilling concrete right next to my ear. Didn't wear hearing protection for work. and I made the mistake of not wearing hearing protection 1 or 2 times, maybe even 3, and I have some permanent damage, definitely. A little bit of tinnitus starting, so protect it. Wear your hearing protection. Alpine Stars boots. These ones are great. I love over the ankle. Gotten a little bit of support there for sure. Now, that takes me to, what am I using now? It's summer. It gets very hot, very humid here on Long Island. I moved away from that gear, and I still like to wear that gear. Don't get me wrong. It inspires a lot of confidence when you're riding. Also, probably partially why I ended up on the ground with a concussion was because I probably was riding like a jackass, thinking, "Oh, I'm wearing a suit; it will protect me." Guess what? It will, but you will still get a concussion. You hit the ground, TBI, traumatic brain injury. Those things happen very, very easily. So I wanted something a little bit more stealth, something I could wear out, because it was kind of an inconvenience to ever take my bike anywhere. If I wore the full tracksuit, taking it off, a pain in the ass. Didn't have anywhere to put it. Didn't have the ability to wear nice clothes under it. So I bought myself a pair of nice jeans. I went to Cycle Gear, got the Bullet jeans. I got these for like $100. They've got hip protectors, knee protectors, aramid lining in the spots that you slide in. Okay, butt, knees, that area. My most recent addition, Knox jacket. Okay, this thing is all mesh in the front. Okay, got a back protector, shoulder protectors, elbow, forearm, kinda. Now, it's black, okay? It's still gonna be hot. If you're sitting at a stoplight, you are going to die in this. But as soon as you start going, you're gonna be nice and cool, okay? Thank me later when you pick this up. Cycle Gear. It was a little bit on the pricier side, I won't even lie. It was almost $400. Almost as much as, well, I mean, not really almost. Tracksuit was probably about 600, but yeah. Wear your gear. Don't be stupid. Now, I bought all this gear before I even went ahead and bought the bike, for the most part. I mean, the warm weather stuff I obviously bought somewhat recently after I had gotten into my accident with myself. Now, let's talk about equipment for the motovlogs, okay? So, I'm pretty big into the photography. I really do enjoy doing photography for both nature, automotive, a whole bunch of different things. So I do have myself okay, so we are rocking with the Sony A7 III. We got a Sigma 85mm on here. Beautiful, beautiful portrait lens, but I'll be honest with you, anything that you take a photo of with this damn lens is going to give you stunning photos. So we've got that. What you're seeing right now is from the DJI Action 5 Pro. I've got 2 of those. One helmet camera, one multi-camera where I can kind of move it and fixate it wherever I want. And then next in the lineup will be a 360 camera. It's so much doing the editing with just 2 cameras alone as it is that I don't really want to have to do the editing and all that with the 360 camera, but sometimes it's priceless. Those videos you see with the reactions, where sometimes you're not even seeing this for yourself, but when you like pan around with those cameras and you see like people's reactions, looking at your bike, whatever it is, you catch a lot of things that you might have missed otherwise. So it is something that I do want to get on the channel. We had the H4n Pro. I still have it. This was my audio recorder that I got pretty much when I first started riding. I got this, and it was awesome. It honestly sounded great. I didn't really have any problems with it. It was a pain in the ass to have to clap and sync everything together. So I decided to get into the DJI ecosystem so that this way, when I connect these transmitters to the cameras and I hit record, it'll automatically start recording. I'll get into a video about the DJI ecosystem and kind of what I think about it after having used it for a couple weeks here. But overall, I'm happy with everything that I got. I'm looking forward to the future of this channel with you guys, and I appreciate you guys taking this journey with me. I know that I started making a channel way back when it took me forever to build up to those 2,000 subscribers or so, and I originally started posting videos on there, shorts primarily, thinking that it was a good idea. Cut the story short, it wasn't. You should have a new channel that's dedicated to specifically the kind of content that you're doing, rather than jumping from here to there to here to there, because YouTube's not going to know who to promote your videos to, especially if your own subscribers are not watching your videos. So that is why we are starting fresh. Now that I've got all the gear that's still super protective but not heavy or hot, and I'm glad I do, because a couple months back I went down, hurt my back, and got a minor concussion, but I bounced back. Now I'm here, back on two wheels, and I'm ready to share this journey with you. Riding, learning, pushing myself, and creating the kind of content I wish I had when I had started. I've been in the content game before. I used to stream Rainbow Six Siege ESL, but this is my new chapter. Alright, so it's been a couple days. First things first is I do want to thank you if you've made it this far in the video. Please smash that like button. If you can, please hit that subscribe button. We're going to grow together as a community. One thing I realize is the motorcycle community is so tight-knit, and everyone is so loving and welcoming and cool for the most part, unless you're a brother. No, I'm just messing. But honestly, everyone that I've met has been super welcoming. What I do plan on doing in the next video is going to be going out to New York bike meets, Bikes and Burgeritos. That's going to be not too far from me, but before we go there, we are going to have a little pre-ride over to a meeting spot, and then we are all going to go and ride over to that meet around 5 o'clock. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video so far, and I hope you guys stay tuned for a lot of the other videos, but let's just give you guys some nice awesome action B-roll footage of the bike before we get ready for that next video. Thanks again, guys. Take care.